So have you been thinking about buying a home and you're just not sure if this is the right time for you? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to be answering exactly what you should look for in terms of an indicator as to whether right now would be the best time for you to buy a home. Stay tuned. Okay, so here's basically the gist of it. Only you will know, as far as your personal circumstance, if this will be the right time for you to purchase a home. It's truly a commitment. So you want to make sure that this is something that you can commit to, that you're actually ready emotionally to take on that. Now, as far as financially, there are certain indicators that you should definitely consider, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and tackle today. There are a couple of things that I want to share with you guys that are posted on my blog, which I'll pin on the comments section, but let me just go ahead and share that with you. Add to screen. Okay, there we go. So a few things that you want to consider is how mortgage rates are performing and how they will perform in the coming years if that's something that you are looking to postpone. Also, you want to see how homes are appreciating in value. Historically, they do tend to appreciate anywhere from like 2 to 8 and 10% in some of the better markets. So what you could be buying right now could ultimately cost you more if you wait. And what I mean by that, let me just share with you. So the cost of waiting, here on my blog, I have posted a brief example of buying today a $350,000 home here in our market, in Northeast Florida market. This is a pretty average type of price point, maybe a little bit higher than average, but it depends on what market you might be listening to me at. But if you're here in Northeast Florida, $350,000 is a pretty nice single family home. Now, that being said, okay, if you wait until next year, that same home would have appreciated, okay? Let's say an average of about 5.9%, which is pretty average, okay? If you wait another year, that same home could actually cost you $370,000. You could get it for $350,000 today, and if you wait, it could potentially be $370,000 next year. Now, the mortgage rate is probably one of the main things that you want to take advantage of this year. They're at historic lows. Right now, we can secure a low interest rate on your primary residence for a mortgage that's anywhere between like 2.5% and 2.97%. Now, if you wait, I don't have a crystal ball, but the experts are indicating that those could go up, and I can't possibly see how they could go any lower than they already are. So let's say they go up to 3.18%, which is still pretty low. Okay, but if you wait, then again, you're looking to possibly get a higher interest rate. Now, as far as your down payment, this is a simple calculation, which is not required to put 10% down. We're seeing loans that are, with as little as 3% down, some that are no money down. But let's say for this purpose, we calculate a down payment of 10%, right? So right now, your 10% down payment on a $350,000 home would be roughly about $35,000. If you wait until next year, again, taking under consideration the appreciation of value on that same home, then that down payment would actually increase. That same 10% is now $37,065. So it's definitely going to cost you more in terms of down payment to wait. Now, as far as your mortgage amount, okay, the amount that you're going to be borrowing for a mortgage to purchase that home. If you are, again, using a 10% down payment, you would only be borrowing roughly about 90% of the value, which in this scenario, in the $350,000 home right now, would be roughly a mortgage of about $315,000. If you wait until next year, then you're going to be looking at a much bigger loan to borrow, which would be roughly about $333,000. That mortgage payment is closely related to the amount that you're borrowing, okay? So if you're borrowing that amount now at the lower interest rate, roughly your principal and interest is going to run about $1,323 in this market now. Now, if you wait, obviously, then you will be borrowing a higher amount and the interest rate could potentially be higher. So that same monthly payment, the principal and interest part, will be roughly about $1,439. So you can see how it's going to cost you more to wait. And then, of course, the best part about homeownership is the equity that you're going to be gaining. If you buy now, okay, by next year, you would have accrued equity gain of about $20,650 in this scenario. If you don't buy, you would have accrued zero equity. So these are some of the indicators. This is how we break down the numbers to determine whether right now is a good time for you to purchase a home. It makes a whole lot of sense to look at and really just take a minute to decide if this is actually the right time for you. So with that said, I wanted to definitely encourage you guys to connect with me if this is something that you want to hear more about. If this is something that you definitely want to, just take a look and see if this is how you would want to proceed, then we have a whole team to help you through this. I specialize in the sales part of it, but I also have a great network of great lenders in the area who can help you get pre-qualified. We want to make sure that you're definitely ready for that mortgage. Personally, you'll have to decide if you're ready for the commitment. But as far as like financially goes, we have all the tools and resources to help you get there. So with that said, I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.